guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Marisa and today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what it's like to work full-time and to start a business on the side. This past summer I launched an interior design business and I hit the ground running, and I want to bring you guys along and just kind of share with you where things are at and give you a bit of an understanding of what it could look like to work full-time and have your side hustle, because I know some of you guys are also thinking about starting your own job. So stick around. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Just as a really quick refresh, if you are curious about where I studied for interior design, I will link some videos in the description box below. I learned from the Interior Design Institute and had a great experience. Learning through there, it was so rich and so filled with so much information. I absolutely loved it. The tutors were so hands-on. It was a great experience. So if you're curious about that, I'll link those videos below. Also, last week I shared a video about how I started my interior design business. It honestly is the #1 question that I'm asked these days over on my design Instagram account, and I just figured I might as well compile the answer that I give to everybody into one video. So if you're curious about that, I will also link that in the description box below. But today we're going to talk about what it kind of is like in this current season. So I'm still working full-time. For those of you who don't know, I work full-time as a pastor at a church in my city. We are one church with 2 locations in the city of Hamilton, Ontario, near Toronto in Canada. And I work full-time on staff there. And then I started my own business this past summer with interior design work, and it has been a blast. It has been a whirlwind, but it has been a blast. So we are currently in early March of 2022. I'm just going to kind of take you back to January of this year and just kind of use these first months of 2022 to kind of pull back the curtain and show you a little bit about what it's like to work full-time and do this on the side. Before we dive into that, I would love it if you would take a second and tap subscribe. If you're watching this video, it means there's something about here that you like, and I would love for you to be a part of this growing community here. I post a design video every Thursday. Sometimes we talk about other things too, but it's mainly interior design. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And as always, I would love to hear from you in the comments. Drop me a comment, ask me questions, share with me your thoughts. I would love to hear from you. So a typical week for me looks like Monday is all about interior design and YouTube. I have to schedule my Mondays really carefully so that I have enough time throughout a month to film a bunch of videos so that they're ready for me to edit them as the month progresses. I also work on my interior design projects. A bulk of them get my attention on Mondays. Additionally, 1 or 2 evenings a week sometimes, and often it ends up playing over into the weekend as well. But working full-time, my full-time hours are Tuesday through Friday at my church, as well as, of course, I'm at church on Sundays. So it's a really full life. Working at a church also means there's lots that happen on the evenings. For example, every Tuesday I'm doing something that's church related. And also throughout the week, there's also times we're getting together with people and having conversations with people, having people over, you know, all the things. So it's a very full life, and one that needs to be managed really strategically in order to get all of the parts that need to be paid attention to. I also spend a real big part of my life saying no. And I had to learn this over time. I was not always like this, but I know what my priorities are and what I'm investing in and why I'm investing in what I'm investing in. And so that means I need to say no when I get invited to things, or when people ask me to, do something extra for them, or opportunities I would love to say yes to. Sometimes I just have to say no because there's only so much that I could do with the hours that I've been given in my day. And I want to make sure that I'm focusing where I really feel like I'm supposed to be putting the bulk of my time. So I work full-time at the church, part-time doing this interior design business, and part of this on this YouTube channel. So let's chat a little bit about that. So right off the hop, I will only say yes to a certain amount of interior design projects at the same time. I can really only have 2 full-scale design projects on the go at once, and even then it really depends on the scope of them. There's one that I have right now that is the entire house, basement, main floor, top floor. The entire house is being gutted and is completely being redone. I only have time for one of those projects at a time right now. I just can't fully give the attention that is needed with the hours that I have if I have multiple real big scale projects on the go at once. In addition to that, I can do design consultations and color consultations, or sometimes a combination of both of those with clients. I try to schedule approximately 3 to 4 a month at the max. I cannot do more than 4 a month. I don't have the hours to give to something like that, but I do try to get a few in every month because I just love those. Come in, help someone refresh their space, and then, move on and see them execute it on their own. I have such a great time doing that, and I love the benefit and the value that gives to homeowners when they can get some really great ideas tucked away for when they're ready to execute them. So in between design consultations and color consultations, and then working with this one main project on the go right now, I will share some videos of this project. It's called the Carpenter Project, and it's coming together so well. I stinking love it, and I love the homeowners so much. I love that they are just so willing to listen to the suggestions that I have and to consider all the things and say yes to the majority of them. It's so great. So I will share that with you when we have some more when I have a chance to take some videos over there. That would be an example of something that I have to really be strategic about. I originally wanted to film all of my design projects as they were all in progress and kind of take you along with them, but I realized with working full-time and doing this part-time, I just can't. I don't have the capacity to do that much video shooting and editing and posting here on YouTube. So typically what I've been doing is going in at the end of the project and I'll take pictures and videos at the very beginning and then just save those until the project is done and then edit them into one video so you can kind of see the before and after and see what we've done. If I had more time, I would love to bring you guys on to more of the behind the scenes of those projects because I think it would really shed some light on what it's really like to live through a home renovation or an interior design project. Earlier in this year, I was contacted by a viewer here on YouTube who saw my interior design videos and they connected with me, and they have their own interior project that they're working on. They own a condo in Florida and they're renovating the whole thing. They're gutting the whole thing and it's gonna look so great when it's done. Anyways, they hired me, they flew me out to Florida and I had about a week there to look at the property, to connect with the contractor and to hit the ground running, selecting all of the fixtures, finishes, hardware, light fixtures, paint colors, you name it. We got the kitchen countertops and the plumbing fixtures and 2 bathrooms. And I mean, all the things we selected so many things in that short period of time. And I know that the homeowners were left with incredible options to pull together this beautiful revised space. They're gonna totally love the end of it when it all comes together. I can't wait to see the finished product. But that was a really great opportunity. Now, so how that worked for me is I took a week of vacation time from my full-time job and then left my family behind and went to Florida for a week by myself to be able to do this design job. We talked about it as a family, and that's one of those times when you say, yeah, like we're gonna make the sacrifice over here in order for something to be accomplished over here, because we thought it would be a really great experience. I have previously helped design 2 other condos in Florida, but they were family members, and I was already in Florida visiting the family, and we kind of made sure that like the timing worked. So I had that experience before, but this was a brand new experience. Flying in, meeting somebody in person for the first time, and then working with a contractor who I had just met. I didn't want to pass up that opportunity. So that was January, and that took some mental capacity, even though it was done in a week. There was a little bit of the work that was done when I came home that I was able to send them off, so they had everything in their hands that they needed to proceed with their project. So that kind of took up a design project for the month of January, along with the Carpenter Project that's ongoing. I think I only had 1 other design consultation that month. That was all my brain could handle for the month of January. And then in February, I had a handful of design consultations and color consultations. I have a new package on my website called the Homeowner's Toolkit, and it's basically like the best of both of those worlds together. It's a design consultation and a color consultation, and you end up leaving with all of the ideas for your space, plus I will put together mood boards and a paint schedule for you, and it's great. And so I got the opportunity to do my first one of those in February. I launched my website. It was either in January or February. I finished the program that I was taking through the Interior Design Institute to build a website, got my website launched and shared with the public. I created a free download. It's a design guide to kind of give you tools and resources to help you if you're on your own interior design project. That's a free download that I created for my website. So all of that was happening early on in this year, along with, the design projects and working full time. Additionally, I had to really dive deep at the beginning of this year to do some more research about charging HST. Where we live, that's the tax we charge, and once a small business reaches a certain amount of revenue in a calendar year, you need to start charging tax. So we had to get all of that information and then go through all of that, the process of applying for our HST number and registering the business officially and all the things. So some of this behind the scenes stuff, right, that takes time. It's not the fun doing design projects with clients.
Hello. What?
I'm literally filming a video. So it's not like the fun picking out fixtures and finishes and working with interior design clients, but it's part of the work of starting a business and working on the side. In addition to that, working on creating new business cards and getting those sent off to the printer, you know, all the things that have to be done in order to run a business. Also, I was able to help with the Turner Park project. We are so nearing the end of that whole project. I can't wait to show you guys more of the videos of the finished space there. The master ensuite looks incredible, and we're gonna be working on finishing the final touches in the kitchen that are really gonna pull the whole look together. So there's a number of after videos coming for the Turner Park project. If you want to see kind of the mid stage of that renovation, I will link that in the description box for you below so you can see what I'm talking about. And then in addition to all of that, we are also in our own home renovation. If you've been following along, you know that it's been taking us way longer than we thought because I work 2 jobs and so does my husband. So we don't always have it in us at the end of the day to come home and start working more on the basement. But we have made some significant progress. We have the fireplace that's been installed. The painters came and have done the final coats of paint. The bathroom is essentially done. We just need to hang up the towel rods and towel bars. Our office is mostly installed. We just need some shelving to be hung to finish that space off. Our wet bar is mostly installed. We still need some shelves and backsplash and a handful of things to finish that off. We are so close to the finish line, but we've been doing all of that as well as working full-time plus building this business part-time. If you saw last week's video, you'll know that I really think it's important when you're starting an interior design business to design your own spaces. That gives you the opportunity to showcase your design aesthetic and what you love in terms of interior design. And some people are really gonna be drawn to your unique style. Some people aren't. And that's okay. You're gonna attract the people who are gonna be ideal clients who wanna work with you, who like your design aesthetic as you help them create a space that works the best for them. And so by me really being intentional to focus on my own interior projects, I think it's really great for my portfolio, for my brand, for people to see kind of what I can do within the budget that I'm working with to create a space that really looks great. So that's kind of like it in a nutshell. That's what these first couple months of 2022 have looked like, running a business, starting a business while working full-time elsewhere. If you have any questions or if you want to talk about this a little bit deeper, please don't hesitate to comment. Let me know here on YouTube. Come over, visit me on Instagram. I would love to chat with you and connect with you. I hope whatever your small business you're starting is, that you guys just hit the ground running and that you are full of confidence to do the thing that's in your heart to do, even as you're working at your full-time job. You can do it. It's a lot of work. You can stay organized and be efficient and focus on the right things, and you can absolutely do the thing that right now you're pursuing. Anyways, that's it for this week's video. I hope you guys have an awesome week. I'll see you back here next time at I Am Loved.